All praises and glory goes to Bahashem Yahushai. All praises and glory goes to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Double honors to the men of GMS who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Brother Boaz coming at you with another life lesson. The Lord makes the earth waste and turns it upside down and scatters the inhabitants thereof. Okay, that's the title of this one. Okay, when this thing goes down, you never dreamed, okay, how much destruction and death that's coming to this place, okay? There's going to be mass death and destruction coming to this place, okay? Yahweh Shai, when those thermonuclear bombs get detonated, ears start bleeding, okay? It goes down, okay? And we're here, okay? We have stages of it, okay? We're here already. Because right now we're circling Jericho right now, okay, as you do your videos and your studying, okay, the so-called white man, he just has to fall out of power. That's what this is about, okay? The so-called white man has to fall out of power. And his mentality is, if I can't rule, no one will rule. So I'm going to chip the world, okay? Because they don't have to do the mark of the beast, okay? They could go, there's another way of going about doing things, okay? But this devil knows he's about to be destroyed, okay? So he's going to take as many souls as he can with him as he goes into perdition. Isaiah chapter 24, verse 1. Taketh the earth and turns it upside down and scatters the abroad the inhabitants thereof. Okay, so how is he going to do that? Do that? Okay, thermonuclear weapons. Okay, it's going to do that. When those bombs get detonated, it's going to shake the whole earth. Okay, when those nuclear weapons get detonated. And it shall be, this is verse 2, it shall be as with the people, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, and as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the maker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for Yahweh has spoken his word. The earth mourneth and maketh fadeth away. The world languish and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant. Okay, so since we broke the law, that's what's going to come upon the earth. Okay, since we broke the law. Okay, Yahweh Shai is a God of justice. Okay. Since we broke his law, that's what's going to happen to the land. The book of Isaiah, chapter 2, verse 9. And the mean man bow down, and the great man humbles himself thereof. Forgive them not. Enter into the rocks and hide thee in the dust for the fear of Yahweh and for the glory of his majesty. The lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of man shall be bowed down, and Yahweh alone shall be exalted in that day. Okay, so it's going to be Yahweh alone. Okay, it's going to be exalted in that day. Okay, when this thing goes down. Okay, it's going to be only Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Jumping down to 17. And the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low, and Yahweh alone shall be day. Okay, so it's only going to be Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, exalted in that day. Okay, when this thing finally goes down, known as the day of the Lord. Okay, here though, we at the beginning of sorrows right now. Okay, the book of okay, one moment. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 2. I will utterly consume all things off the land, say Yahweh. I will consume man and beast. I will consume the fowls of the heavens and the fishes of the sea, and the stomach block which with the wicked, and cut off that Yahweh. Okay, and whatever Yahweh shall say, he's not a man that he shall lie. Okay, or a man that shall he repent. If he says it, surely will he not do it. Okay, that's what this is about. That's what this is all about. Verse 7. Hold thou peace at the presence of Yahweh power, for the day of Yahweh is at hand. For Yahweh has prepared a sacrifice. He have bidden his guests, okay, to the so-called white man, okay. The so-called white man is going to be destroyed. He's going to be utterly wasted, okay, totally destroyed, okay. That's what this is about, okay. The so-called white man's going down. He's going to be put in slavery, okay. That's what this is about. Messing with the live stream again. I will destroy everything from the face of the earth, says Yahweh. I will destroy people and animals. I will destroy birds in the sky and the fish in the sea. The idolatrous images of creatures will be destroyed along with evil people. I will remove humanity from the face of the earth, says Yahweh. Okay, now we know of it. Let's get it from an NET version. Let's get it from an NET version. Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 14. Yahweh's great day of judgment is almost here. It approaches very rapidly. There will be a bitter sound on Yahweh's day of judgment. At that time, warriors will cry out in battle. That day will be a day of Yahweh's anger, a day of distress and hardship, a day of devastation and ruin, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and dark skies. So when that day comes, it's a day of darkness and destruction, okay? That's why you, why you still can, okay? Doors of mercy are still open, okay? So you can make it out with your life, okay? If you don't serve Yahweh Shai and know these names, Yahweh Shai, and its true doctrine, you won't make it out with your life when this thing goes down finally, okay? You will be destroyed when this thing finally goes down, okay? You want to get the mark of exemption. Let's go back up to 14, Zephaniah chapter 1. The great day of Yahweh near, it hastens greatly. Voice of the day of Yahweh, the mighty man will cry bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wastedness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. That's what this is about. I'll leave you with this, Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation, not desire, before the decree brings forth, before the day passes, as shaft before the fear. You, the day of Yahweh's anger, ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgments, seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of Yahweh's anger. And hopefully you was edified. Shalom.